Hopefully the audio is all good. I didn't check any of this stuff again. There's already 10 people. What's up, everybody? Hopefully the audio works. Really gotta start checking this beforehand. Audio's good. Perfect. Would powder coating match colors on cars? Let's jump right into this. Sort of. I mean, you got to figure there's probably, I don't know, 10,000 powder coat colors. So there's a pretty good chance that you could find one that would match a car. You can also have powders custom made. There's all sorts of companies like APP, All Powder Paints. Will you send them a swatch? You have to order quite a bit of powder to make somebody custom make a color, but really depends on how dedicated you are. You got two ballas in the house? What are you talking about, Tom? Y'all are wild. Oh yeah, same thing tonight as well, guys. We're gonna do a giveaway for can of unicorn pussy, and I probably could have taken this out of the bag. This would have made way more sense by now. So I'll do it right now. It's a plug and cap kit from High Temp Masking. So, same as last time. Any dollars sent through Super Chat or Super Stickers, I think is the other name of it, is one entry every dollar. Every member that's in here, there are what, 54 of you now? Yeah, 54 of you now. I'm gonna put it in. So you guys will all get an automatic entry. Is this quiet? It feels like it's like really quiet. Not like in here, but like the. I feel like when I do lives, it's louder than this, but I don't know why. I guess. Yes, Den. Somebody said giveaway. What's up, Hillbilly Hobo? Sergio. Nick, thank you. Welcome, sir. I missed somebody's question already. Antonio, how much would you personally charge someone for something like this? Well, depends on what I'm doing. What are we powder coating, sir? Oh dang, what's up, Jimmy? Thanks. Let me put your name in here 10 times so I don't have to do it all at the very end. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, try to short you one. Let's see. Andrew, it's basically like the longer that you've been a channel member, those will change. I think they change every month, if I remember correctly. It's just so you can see how long people have been around. JS Coatings, no entries. So now you guys all have a chance. I'm just kidding. JS didn't even win. He's donated the most by far. Everybody's always worried that he's gonna win, and he hasn't yet. Nathan Bell, thank you, sir. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Missed the stream last couple of times. Well, I'm glad you're here, Bobby. Made it. JC's, what's up? JC's, I just messaged you. Maybe you already saw it. I wasn't able to check and see. How are you able to get so close to parts without getting back ionization? Back ionization comes from your KV. So if your KV is low enough, you're not going to get it. Basically, I mean, you could still get it in certain situations, but you're not gonna. It's a little more forgiving, I guess, with a lower KV. Nathan Bell, thanks, man. Welcome. And then any of you guys that are not channel members, that's what the green names are, all people who are channel members here. If you guys want to become a member, there's a link down below in the description, and you can do it that way. You can join that way. Got a members only live. It's probably going to be tomorrow or Thursday. Tom, I actually have no idea. Wait, you guys don't see the green names? Is that real? Oh. Well, the little icons next to them, those are members. I thought you guys could see the green names for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. Your supercharged payment setting. Tom, I think it's just in the shenanigans, man. In like your Google information, not so much in YouTube's information, because Google owns YouTube. But I'm not sure. JS, maybe if I do a single dollar, I'll win. Yeah, that's the best way to gamble. Walk in, throw $1 down, see what happens, and then leave. Too rich for you, mate. Welcome. Too rich for you. Where are you from? What is that car in your thing? That doesn't look like something we have in America. Oh yeah, Andrew. That's what it is. It's just says that there's members. Nick, I don't know why each person has a different color next to their name. I have no idea what that's about. Like the little icon, it's just a generic icon. I think you can see these when you're on a computer. You can see green names. JS Coding's getting in. Let me update the member count. Where is that? Member count 85. Once again, thanks to Rich for you, mate. Oh, it's a Falcon. All right, that makes sense. Go for the 2 front bumper, and I want to make my Indiglo. Antonio, are you talking about paint or powder? Are you just trying to match? Because I don't know, an R32 front bumper, you're not gonna be able to powder coat. Volkswagen gang. Oh yeah, you're on an iPad. Tom, getting in there. Thank you, sir. Tom Russo. This is a way better idea that I put all these in now instead of doing it at the end. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, you tell him JS Coatings, 19 likes with 31 watching. No, I have 21 likes, but I also have 34 watching. Oh yeah, I looked into the icon things a little bit. You can't actually make them any bigger, so there's no big images able to be posted in the chat, which is a complete bummer. Because, let me see, I don't know if I can actually input this. I might be able to. Image. Okay. Browse. Desktop. I don't know if I'll be able to actually grab that image. I don't even know where I saved it. Oh, there it is. This is what was supposed to be one of those little icons, but it didn't work because you can only have tiny ones. So I'm sorry, guys. It's a great one. Oh wait, you guys are donating faster than I can type. Hold on, I'm going back. White Pony, thank you, sir. Oh, Fast 450, no problem, man. Glad to help. I'm gonna, after this, I'll upload the video for cleaning hoppers and gun cleaning and some of the basics. Pony. Those dogs are getting wild. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was another one down here somewhere. Chris Barker, thank you, sir. Oh, and Gusta Bus, damn. Didn't even see yours. Thank you for all the videos. Your videos are a big inspiration to start my own powder coating business on the side. Nice, man. Glad to help. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, white hat, bro. White hat indeed. Let me see if I can, there was one other one. Oh, wait, let me see if I can play this in here. Some of you guys will get a kick out of this, I think. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. I don't think I saved it on here. That's a bummer. That's going to be the Pizza Boy one. Oh, Nick. Thank you, sir. Nikolovich. 5 American. 5. I want pizza. You think they'll deliver? I don't know, man. Doesn't seem like much else is going on, so it might be a great opportunity. White Pony, sort of. I have some access to the files on it now. It's just a very ridiculous process trying to get them all off. Andrew, you're eating chickens? Like, okay. Every time everybody's ever said they were eating chicken, they just said I was eating chicken. You're saying chickens. Like you just caught some or something out on the job. I'm super bummed out that episode. No, Tom. I tried editing some more videos today. I got 80 is done and 81 and part of 82. I actually have a couple episodes that are close to done that are just kind of gonna go through. Oh, Andrew, okay. You're just eating chicken. All right, fair. Lionel Silva, what's up, man? Or aloha, as y'all say in Hawaii. I'm so glad that I don't have to come in here and like beg for likes. Makes me feel better. Smash that button. I forget that everything up here is delayed compared to over here. It's gonna pop up. Watch. All right, you guys. Anybody else got any questions? I think I've only answered like 3 questions. Nick, I watched you and you were great. I powder coat in Orlando. Must be Orlando. Wait, who else has videos? Somebody else has a YouTube channel for powder coating? Is that what I just read? Like what? Oh, Jack Manning, you're saying that? Who are you talking about, Jack? I'm down for more channels. Ryan, thank you, sir. I need to make like a little like explosion thing, like confetti. Yeah, like confetti that shoots. Let's see. I need to go to the wheel. Ryan, let's see. Ryan Severino. I hope I just spelled that right. I did. Thank you, sir. And anybody just joining, if you're wondering about people donating random amounts of money, it's through Super Chat or Super Stickers. Basically, it gets every dollar gets you an entry into the drawing tonight for Can the Unicorn Pussy. And another giveaway is High Temp Masking supplied us with a plug kit, or a cap kit and a plug kit. So they've been with our channel forever, constantly wanting to do giveaways with us, so it's awesome. Let's see what's going on, Sergio. Let's see. At this point of your life and experience, you're at a level that you don't make mistakes coding parts that you have to strip and redo. No. I mean, that's no. I make mistakes all the time. I mean, the advantage now is I think I know how to fix them like faster, or I can see a little bit earlier on that it's gonna be a problem, so I don't like get through the process and then be like, oh damn, like I messed this up. Um, but I still mess stuff up. I mean, I did a set of wheels. To be fair, it was before surgery, but I'd done a set of wheels and I pulled them out of the oven and I just assumed that they looked great because why wouldn't they? And then I got to looking and there was a bunch of thin spots on the face, so like kind of in Faraday areas, but it was just light spots. Hey, you guys, chill out. Got these on camera. Big head. Yeah, exactly. JS. Definitely still happen. I wish I could get away from mistakes entirely. Yeah, I feel that, White Pony. Hopefully it won't be a ton. Instructional video will be useful. Got a new laptop. You guys look good full screen. Well, I mean, that's probably not that true, but I appreciate you saying that. Screen probably looks real nice. I don't know about me being on it. Amy being on it, maybe. Let's see. Where is it? Do I weld or anything like that? I know how to MIG weld. I can TIG weld enough. But I'm not a welder by any means. So, yeah, the dogs are getting wild, right? I just did a part and half was glossy and the other part was hazy. When you say hazy, do you mean was it rough or did it just not look as shiny as the rest? Like it'd be the same color, but partway through it, it looks like the color or like it's a flatter finish, if that makes sense. Let's see. Going to place an order with High Temp Masking later this week. Can't wait to get more plugs. Nice, Chris. Don't forget to use the discount code unknown20. Get 20% off your whole order. It's the only difference between the Hypersmooth 02, basically the LED, the tips. It's good to learn that. I actually don't know the difference between Hypersmooth, basic, and LED. It can't just be the tips. I think the tips are the same, aren't they? Oh, dang. Thanks, Too Rich for You, mate. Do I have to do that conversion from New Zealand dollars? I have to do the conversion. Let's see. 40. No. 20 New Zealand dollar to US. Oh, there it is right there. That's basically 14 American dollars. Thanks, Too Rich for you, mate. It's in here. 2, 3. Wait, did you guys? I asked a question. Who was somebody? Somebody was saying that there was another channel. Jack Manning. Oh, not channels, just powder coating. Sorry, I didn't even see that you had answered me. My bad. You don't look that great, but the better half does. Yeah, I know. It's fine. It's fine. Didn't break my heart or anything just now, JS coding, so it's nice of you. What are you using for a welder? I'm not, actually. The only welder that I had here, I don't remember what it was. It was one that all my welding friends recommended, and it was like a Chinese unit that was yellow that kind of everybody uses. They're about $800. I don't know too much about it, honestly, Andrew. White Pony, sort of. Oh, Z Swayze, is that okay? There's just more attachments. What do you mean more attachments on the LED? What KV setting do you shoot illusion colors? So I shoot. The recommended setting is I think 45. I think one of them is actually slightly different. I think it's 50 or 55. One of the colors. But as far as KV setting, the thing is, it's going to vary from gun to gun and part to part. to some degree. I mean, mostly gun to gun. They don't recommend, like, the instructions for my gun, I think, recommend that I spray it at like 60. And the powder supplier says 45, so I just go with 45. It looked like I wet sanded that half. I know, so there's a couple reasons that can happen. If it was too close to the burner, that area got too hot is a pretty common one. Or sometimes if it's exposed to some sort of fumes in the oven, I've seen it where, wheels not all like that, but part of it where like oil was baking up and the fumes were acting like the smoke was actually hitting it, we'll do that. What was the color on it? Like the original color, or the color that you were powdering, I should say. Stuart, hey guys, does all powder chrome look cloudy, or am I doing something wrong? Stuart, I mean, you should be able to see a reflection. You put a bill up or something, you should be able to read the serial number on the bill in most reflections. I mean, on chrome, gloss black, things like that. Stuart, oh look, you're absolutely gorgeous. I have good taste. Christopher Rhodes, what's up, man? Welcome. What gauge ground wire are you using to your booth to ground solid copper or stranded? It is stranded. It's actually car audio wire, wicked powder. I want to say, actually, I'm completely blanking on what gauge it is now. It was car audio ground cable that I got from my car audio friend. Oh, Swayze, I see. It comes with extra stuff. Okay, that type of attachments. Okay. I was thinking other attachments like directly related to the gun, and I was like, well, what else could you put on it besides tips? But that makes sense. Nestor, I'll email you back. I thought I did email you back, actually. I remember your name on there. I'll message you. I have that kind of on hold for right now. Just getting caught up with some other stuff, but I'll message you and let you know. Lionel, prismatic gloss black. I know this is going to be a bummer because I'm telling you now, but prismatic gloss black is like the worst gloss black on the planet. Their ink black is great, but their gloss black is terrible looking. So let me know if maybe there was a chance that, I don't know what kind of oven you're running, but if that part was too close to the element, there's a chance that it got too hot. If you directly expose powder to heat, it tends to lose the gloss, especially like glossy colors. Flat ones tend to get glossier, which is kind of weird. On the Cool Coat 02, basically there is a barb on the gun for rinse air, and the purpose, well, rinse air is for cleaning. Yeah, White Pony. Yeah, that game. I don't know what that fire or that little explosion thing is supposed to be, but that was not like pretty to watch. I can tell you that much. But we were curious about using prismatic clear vision over other brands of powder. It doesn't matter, Bobby. You can use powder. The only thing you have to pay attention to is the chemical makeup for powders. So, most powders are going to be in the same like general ranges. Like the things that you're probably ordering are all fine to go with each other. So the brand doesn't really matter. Fast forward to your question. I've never used that barb. Yeah, rinse air is normally, I think, for cleaning. There's a difference between gloss and ink. I just, Andrew, the gloss black from them just sucks. It's just never been a good powder. It's not that glossy. Like if anybody called and said, hey, I want the glossiest, darkest black you have from Prismatic, the salesperson's going to sell them ink black. I don't even know why they have gloss black, honestly. It's not a good looking color. And they have so many blacks that you think that they would just eliminate that so people didn't accidentally order it or call it something else. How big of a deal is it? Piece, if a piece or a powder coating gets up to 450, well, I mean, ideally you don't want to overcure powder. Overcuring powder burns it. It typically will affect the color, and then the worst thing it does, it makes it brittle. And the last thing you want is brittle powder coat, because the whole point of powder is to be durable. So I mean, ideally you don't want it to get to 450 degrees. I mean, if it did, it did. Everything's fine. It's probably okay. But I would definitely try to pay attention to make sure that doesn't happen in the future. That's the thing that can go horribly wrong, especially on small parts or parts that have various thicknesses of metal on them. You know, it's a part that was like cast aluminum that has some thin spots versus thick spots. If the thick spots got to 450, that means the thin spots are definitely burnt. Like they're definitely way over cured. All right, Nestor. Yeah, I'll let you know. It'll be probably about a week before that's even an option. So hopefully that's not too terrible. Andrew, I've heard the exact same thing about that color. I've never used it. I think they sent me some when I first bought my gun from them. But I think they weren't making powder at the time, so that was just somebody else's big box powder that they put in a bag and sent to me. But the super durable line is, theoretically more durable. It's ideal for outdoors and high impact use. I've heard from a couple different people this kind of same question, and like the same thing that you're saying is that it wasn't durable at all. I've never experienced it, but I'm guessing if you're one of 10 people who have said that, then it's probably kind of a universal thing. I don't think it's anything that you necessarily did. When you use transparent top coat, do you fully cure the base coat? Senior titty sprinkles. Senior titty sprinkles. No. It depends on the base coat. If the base coat is heavy silver, which is a base coat I use often, or polished aluminum from Prismatic, those ones require partial cure. But like Super Chrome 2 requires a full cure. So one of the things that a lot of people don't notice, I think, on Prismatic's page is above, or when you're buying powder, there's an application guide that you can click on. And when you look at that, that'll tell you everything cure-wise that you need to know. It also knows how thick it needs to be and how resistant it is to impact, how strong it is, how good it is with chemicals. All that information is there. I think a lot of people don't notice that is in there, but it's super useful. And that'll tell you if you need to do a full cure or partial cure on parts. I was able to scratch it just by rubbing my thumb across it. Yeah, take a microfiber to it, Andrew, and see what happens there. It's pretty rough, man. I've seen a lot of those. Ink Black does the same thing. That's actually the two complaints that I have about Ink Black is that if it's thin anywhere, even a little bit, it's brown, which I haven't had any experience with any other powder that does that. And that it scratches super easy. You can take a brand new microfiber and rub across it, and it's scratched, which is, to me, is completely defeating the purpose of powder coat, obviously. When you coat parts with translucent colors, do you often have parts that come out darker than the others? No, not typically. That's typically just an application issue, or it sometimes is a curing issue. A lot of translucents, reds and purples more specifically, if you cure them for too long, or they get too hot, they'll actually stay darker. A lot of those colors, when you pull them out of the oven, they look pretty dark, and then they lighten up as they cool down. If you over cure them, they won't do that. They'll just stay dark the whole time. Emailed you about the prints for the second coating tip that you like to use. Yeah, Surfer, I actually just found that today. I was looking for somebody else's email and found yours in my spam folder. So I'll get that together for you. I think I have the actual files for it. I'll just send you the drawing and the files for it. Bobby Rivera, any ideas for stripping off powder from small parts working in the house? No. I don't know, Bobby. The thing is, all the good chemical strippers have methylene chloride. Methylene chloride is now something that general places can't sell. So I think that there's one. Maybe some of the guys in here remember the name. There's one that you can heat up, not green solve. There's another one that you can heat up though, and it takes like hours to strip parts, but it's not a terrible chemical like some of these other ones that I play with. Does clear coat fit it? Oh, fix it. Fit it. I was like, fit what? And I found the same with microfiber cloth. Yeah. Clear coat will definitely fix it. Acrylic clear is the best, like as far as that goes, and it's got a low cure rate. You're talking like 340 degrees most of the time on acrylic clears. Finally, last wheel in for the night. Is that the 24s, or are you still working on like the Audi wheels, or what, Jimmy? Yeah, Christopher Rhodes. That's what I'm talking about. It is. It's got like a weird number to it, but I can't remember what it is. I like Napa Auto Parts for stripper. Apart from the colors that you have to use clear as a top coat, when is clear necessary? You recommend clear over everything, and when can I get away without using clear? So That's kind of a tough one, Stuart. So there are tons of colors obviously that require a clear. Most metallics you should clear because most metal flake when it's exposed to the elements um, will start to deteriorate and break down, and it will actually it's like I don't want to say like bleed onto the corrosion from that will bleed onto your powder and make it look terrible, which is a bummer, obviously. So I tend to clear all those. Almost all golds, almost all silvers have to be cleared. There's a couple one-shot silvers. Most of them are pretty. They'll mention that in the name or in the description that they're just a one-shot, meaning you don't have to clear them. Um, but most of the time, as far as clear goes, it's what you want to do outside of what it recommends, and then on top of that, you can do different levels of gloss. Obviously, like so, if you have a gunmetal that's only like a 60% gloss, but somebody wants like a nice shiny finish, um, you can put a gloss finish over that. Or if you take a color that's already pretty glossy, I take misty blue a lot of times, and I'll put Casper Clear over it just to flatten it out. So sometimes it's just a matter of changing the gloss level. It's not like that you need it necessarily. Hold on, let me get to here. Let's see. Bobby, someone said carb cleaners will strip powder. Yeah, so carb cleaner back in the day used to be just methylene chloride. It was 90% methylene chloride, which is strong for methylene chloride. So, but you could also put a nasty old carburetor in it and pull it out in 5 minutes, and it'd be completely spotless. But I don't know about carb cleaners now. I'm assuming that they like a decent, like the kind that you can, like the bucket that you can put stuff down in, would probably strip powder over time. It's not going to be like an instant thing. It's not going to be like my stripper where you can put it in for 10 minutes and pull it out. But if you're doing it in a house, like you're going to have to get away from a lot of the nasty smells and stuff, and that might be your best bet. Oh, let's skip it again. Tom, thank you, sir. Add more. 10 American. 5, 6, 7, 10. Bobby, about 2 gallons in tote containers. Throw them in there for an hour and pressure wash it off. Lionel, what'd you buy 2 gallons of? No, no thumbs down. You're doing good. Yeah. It's funny how that works, huh? FBU Surfer. Easy powder strip from CC works good. Don't burn holes in your skin. Yeah, it might be a good choice. Check out Columbia Coatings. I guess they have some options. Try remove 9000 from Miles Chemical Solution. That's the one I was thinking of. But it isn't Fast 450. That one's like dumb expensive, right? I mean, like Green Solve expensive. Well over $1,000 for a drum. The wet sand, wet sand 25 ink black tumblers. Clear them because of those easy scratches. Yeah. Yeah, ink black's a great color, honestly. Like if you can get it down and you're not going to touch it. But there's too many other gloss blacks to even bother with ink black. I mean, I love Prismatic, and they're super supportive of the channel, but ink black is a no-go for me. Graffiti Remover. I think Graffiti Remover Fast 450 for the most part is just acetone now. I had a buddy that it was using Graffiti Remover to just strip spray paint off of something, and it really just smells like acetone. Senior TD Sprinkles, do you know if you can pinstripe over powder coat? You absolutely can. I have a guy here local that does pinstriping. He does it over my stuff occasionally for himself. You can pinstripe over pretty much anything, honestly. $100 a gallon? Jesus. That's a little rough. That's a little rough. I guess if you can get away with a couple gallons, though, it's not that bad. Does it go away? Does it stop like being as effective over time past 450? Bobby, I hope you're not doing powder in the same oven you cook in. Oh, come on, you guys. I used to reheat pizza in mine all the time. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I got. Let's see. I'm too cheap for zero gauge. I mean, it's not that expensive. You're not buying like a ton. Powder should have overgear protection in it. Well, but Jimmy, if it had overcure protection, I mean, how would it have that if it has a cure cycle? Jasco Premium Paint and Epoxy Remover from Home Depot, like $50 a gallon here in Hawaii. I haven't even seen that before at Home Depot. That must be something you guys have out there. I had 0 gauge left over from a stereo install, and it happened to work out perfectly. Yeah, all my stuff is grounded through stereo wire. Exact same way. What black do you recommend? Then I must have missed it. Wicked. So Sherwin-Williams, their Powdera line, they have Mirror Black 2. And then IFS has Super Wet Black. Those are both big box stuff, but I mean, you're talking, a 55-pound box is going to cost you like $230. It's less than that from Sherwin, and they're local to me. So, but that's including shipping from IFS. I think it's like $230 or $240 for a 55-pound box, which sucks because you got to spend a bunch of money on powder, but then you're going to have that gloss black forever ish. 55 pounds will get you a long ways. Smelling chemicals to see what's inside them, not good. Yeah, I know, Green. I know. But it works. It's really effective. Big question for the room. Did everybody wash their hat? I will after I'm done delivering pizzas. I want to drink yours. I don't care. My throat's like super dry. Like last night when I got all weird. But not that also. What you guys got any other questions? Thanks, baby. Didn't even opened it. You're the best. Yes, let me see if I can find the original one of that. White Pony, I bought Mirror Black 2 on Amazon. Nice. Legendary. Well, you got extra tips though, right? I assume. You should have. You should have had plenty of tips. Mason B. Do you ever talk about how much you make annually? Just curious on the returns over time. Not trying to get personal. I'm assuming it's pretty high based on the lady. Oh, are you implying that I have to pay to have a cute girlfriend? It's uncomfortable. Amy, did you hear that? Darling. This guy, he said, do you ever talk about how much you make annually? Just curious on the returns over time. Not trying to get personal. I'm assuming it's pretty high based on the lady. I don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to mean exactly how it reads there, but double coat blacks and lay 2 levels of clear color sand. Damn, Jimmy. Hope you're charging a lot for that. Hat black. Oh, you guys. Double coat blacks. Let's see. Hat black. Legendary. Good. Yeah, I was gonna say you should have had. I think what is it? 5 tips and 7 cones. When you break one off, it's not a big deal. How would you just drop it? Would like to know for sure if it's okay to clear over high temp vinyl on a Brembo decal. Manuel, there's not a good answer for that because it's based on color. I think you were the one that asked, I think, about white vinyl on red. So the problem with most vinyls, especially calendar vinyl, which is mostly what you're going to be using for doing this type of stuff, is when you heat it up, it becomes opaque. It turns almost clear. And the problem is when you clear it, it just when you clear coat over top of that white vinyl, it just stays that way. But you could do like black with red and be perfectly fine. You could do, I've done like silver over blue and it's been perfectly fine. White is just kind of finicky. Yellows and oranges are a little bit weird. But you can also, I mean, you can also just put a decal on and it shouldn't necessarily come off if you're using even a decent vinyl. Legendary. I had a 4-hour road trip for a new tip today. Yeah, see, O'Malley, that's the bummer because he got one of my guns and it comes with it's 5 tips and 7 cones. I think that makes sense. Some of the tips are the same, obviously. I think there's two, two, and one. Oh, the 24s? Well, good. White Pony says it's about the baby batter. Jeez. Andrew, no, I've done that in a couple very specific cases for existing big customers. Usually in a situation where they need the car there for whatever the reason might be. I offer vehicle service here, so you just bring the car and I pull everything off and put it all back on, and you drive your car away when I'm done. Most situations, there's a deadline in the works, like right before SEMA. I've done it before. I've gone over and just picked up the wheels off the car, and I mean, in those situations, it's almost all car builders, so they'll usually pull them off. I don't actually have to do that, but occasionally I've done it. I know that when I do it, I show up expecting the worst, so I bring jack stands, jacks, electric impact, every socket imaginable, because I don't want to have to deal with any shenanigans on any of the job when I get there. But like I said, most of it's for car shops, so I've been pretty lucky in that regard. Audi wheels get sprayed tomorrow. Nice, Jimmy. I was trying to do a white base and remove the decal while it's warm and pliable, but I easily nicked the white base. So, Manuel, the one downside for when you're pulling vinyl. Oh, you're saying you nicked the white base, so you mean like whatever tool you're using, you went through the vinyl and nicked that base, is what you're saying? I think. You can name me Silver Surfer right now. Good God. Silver Surfer used to be my favorite kind of weed, Jimmy. Just so you know. It was a hybrid this place in Portland actually was making before it was even legal in Portland. But it was like the brightest silver-ish weed ever. This room is rough tonight. How much would y'all? Oh wait, to the guy who asked me about if I've talked about how much I make. I haven't. I don't. There's so many variables that it would be complicated to talk about. I guess just as like a figure. I mean, I make enough money to live very comfortably, if that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely like I wouldn't still be doing this if it wasn't fruitful in that regard. I mean, as much as I like doing this particular job, if it didn't pay really well, I probably wouldn't do it. How much would y'all charge for a simple truck leveling kit? Probably gonna depend on the truck, but you're talking a couple $100 probably, depending on the color as well. Jimmy, your answer for everything's $4,000. Yeah, Manuel, if you nick that, then yeah, you were just too aggressive with it. Or that white, I mean, it should have went to flow out and then cooled down, and then you should have put your sticker over it. Um, what you could do in that situation, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you've already dealt with it since then, but you can take like a toothpick and a little bit of powder and put in that little nick, and then when you're doing the cure process for whatever your top coat is at that point, that powder is going to flow out in there, and then you can clear it, and nobody will ever know. Probably. I don't know how big the nick was, but that should work. O'Malley, you're charging too cheap, in my opinion. Nick, yes. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Ain't no problem, Manuel. Hopefully that works. Yeah, Wicked. I mean, there's so many factors involved. It's not super simple, cut and dry. But I mean, there's money to be made in powder, especially like if you develop yourself, put yourself in kind of like a specific market. Like I've done, I'm the only person in my area without. There's one other wheel place that does powder coating that will mess with three-piece wheels, and they're quite literally, I mean, at least twice as expensive as I am, sometimes three times more for the exact same job. So I do a ton of two and three piece stuff. I still do one piece stuff, obviously, but everybody, even other powder coaters, will send three-piece stuff for like assembly, disassembly, things like that to me. Wheel repair shops here locally, if it's three-piece, they won't touch it. They send it to me to deal with. So if you can get into a market like that, things will work out much better. Yeah, Wicked. Depends on your overhead and if you're financing equipment. No financing equipment on my end. White Pony, thank you, sir. White Pony, aren't you already in here? Yeah. Oh, wait, I can just copy and paste yours and put it back. Let's see. Troy. 10. Freaking powder. I coated it accidentally when installing. I got some Loctite on it, and it messed up the finish. That sounds more like it was probably under cured, Sergio. Loctite doesn't have anything in it. Loctite Red is a little more aggressive from a chemical standpoint, but it shouldn't have messed up powder. When you say messed up the finish, you just say did it change the gloss level, or did it like dye it, or what happened? Make sure that hat is clean for your sign spinning time. Ugh, bro, let me just tell you about my sign spinning days. Let's see if I can find image. Okay. I'm gonna be the best sign spinner. Let's see. Oh, Manuel, thank you, sir. You can see you sent that here. Manual times 3. Street Squirrels Pizza Boy. Find another way home. Do you market your business a lot or not at all? Not at all. 0%. I do everything for me is pretty much word of mouth, and even that's mostly on Facebook. Somebody posts looking for a powder coater, I get tagged 20, 30 times in a row, along with one or two other coders will get tagged a few times as well. I'm pretty much in an untapped market for custom orders. There is one powder coating place 25 minutes away, and they're all commercial work. Oh, that's nice, Nick. Yeah, I'm not in that situation. I'm surrounded by powder coaters. I think I want to say it was like there's 20 or 22 within like a 15-mile radius of here, but a lot of them are commercial. There's always new pop-ups, of course. My favorite. Let's see. Andrew, have you ever thought about running a tire shop at the same time? No, I have tire equipment, but I don't. I just use it for my stuff. I don't want to deal with all the other shenanigans. I feel like, especially being a one-man shop, or I mean, Amy helps with a ton of stuff now, but I don't ever want to spread myself too thin. And I feel like if I have a thing that I specialize in and I already do really well with that, and I'm in a position where I can turn down work, I don't want to, go out and try to diversify into other things that I won't enjoy. I'm not going to enjoy running a tire shop nearly as much as I'll enjoy making wheels pretty. So it just seems like it'd be a bummer to go through that much work, and maybe, yeah, I mean, it could be more successful, it could make more money, but it's also way more work and more time than I want to spend. Jimmy, are you like on a delay? You always answer the questions so much later than I ask them, but that's good. It activated as wiped with thinner. Yeah, Sergio, that's probably an underkeyer issue then, man. You can just polish it back out. You can literally grab some, headlight polish and a little polishing ball that you use for polishing headlights and polish it right out with no issue. Yeah, Jimmy, I don't know why those tips are that expensive. That's too much, in my opinion. $165, and he said they had to like dig it out of the back like it had been there for a long time. It seems like a pretty unreasonable markup, in my opinion. Can it be done and have a good turnaround with powder coating? Are you saying, as far as like replacing the tires, Andrew? Like somebody brings you a car, you put new tires on and powder coat the wheels, or powder coat the wheels and put new tires on, and they drive away? I think that's what you're asking, maybe. Jimmy is always on a delay. He's pretty good in the chat, in our group chat. Yeah, Andrew. So, yeah, I mean, realistically, you can get a set of wheels done if you have, a decent setup equipment wise. And most of that's on like the stripping side of things. It take you get a car in, put it up on jack stands, take you 20, 30 minutes, whatever, to pull the wheels, get all the tires off, get everything through stripping, blasting, and coating, and back on. I mean, you could do that in a day easily. Depending on your setup, of course. I can strip 2 wheels at a time. They strip in 10, 12, maybe 15 minutes, depending on the wheel. And then start blasting those while the other 2 are in the stripper. And, I mean, so you can definitely make it work. The other place that deals with multi-piece wheels here local to me, they do a lot of 3-piece stuff. And, they do a lot of dealership stuff, and with that comes some 3-piece work, is probably the best way of saying it. But they are actually just a tire shop, is what they were supposed to be. They sell wheels and stuff as well, and I think they used to do suspension stuff. They do a lot of wheel repair. They used to do suspension stuff when they had 2 locations, but I think they closed that one down back in the day. Not doing multiple cars at once. I'm not. No. I mean, really, you probably could, all based on what your setup is. So, I mean, if you can really easily do 1 car a day, then you could probably push 2 cars through a day if you really wanted to. I can do 1 car in a day, start to finish. I'm well under 8 hours doing a full car. I tend not to do that. Most people, I just tell 24 hours if they're in a big hurry, and I just charge them for being faster. Andrew, I do like 1 car just like that, same day by myself. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, Tom. What's up, Mark? Welcome. Let's do that one on the ground. It's stuck on my finger. I went to throw it up here, and it's stuck on my finger and shot down. Oh, yeah, and then, what was the other thing? Oh, yeah, members only chat I'm going to do on Thursday of this week. It's not like everybody can see it, but only members can comment and ask questions. If you're not a member and you want to be channel member, there's a link down below in the description of this video, and you can click that, or you can click the join button if you can see it. Caesar, what is a good alternative for overpack drums? I don't know. Overpack drums are pretty great. I can't think of. I mean, you could have like a big steel container. You could put 4 wheels in at a time, as opposed to something round. It's a little harder. Tim Shore, the lady looks like the gal from Pawn Stars. Isn't Pawn Stars all guys? I think isn't Pawn Stars. Now I want to know who he's talking about. If she's ugly, I would be so mad right now. Pawn Stars girl. Pawn Stars girl fired. Olivia Black? Is that what you're talking about? Must be. Only 1 dislike from 710. You don't know who it's from. Yeah, I actually don't use overpack drums. I tell people to use them all the time. I just prefer not to use them. There are much better options, in my opinion. She looks like you, sort of, from certain angles. Oh, you're wearing your glasses. Yeah. Like certain angles, but not really. Kind of. Like that. Doesn't really, like, I don't know. It's your look. Is Pawn Stars still on? I thought that show went away a long time ago. So at least she's not terribly ugly, so I don't have to be offended. Andrew, an overpack drum is what they were originally for. Is you would take a drum that was either had some issues, was maybe leaking or had some damage on it, and you would put it into an overpack. You basically drop an overpack, or you drop a drum down into the overpack, and so if it were to all leak, it would still stay contained within the overpack drum and still give you room to like get the other drum out and all that. It's basically you can take a 55. Well, you can put a 55-gallon drum into the overpack for a 55, and there's plenty of room around it, and then it has like a big wide open lid, so you can drop equipment down in to grab the barrel itself. If you just Google overpack drum, you'll see them. They're almost always yellow. They have a big lid that screws onto them. Unless yours is, I think, like Jimmy's. Jimmy's sucks, if I remember correctly. Really enjoying the Vids Finder channel a few weeks back. Oh, nice, Tim. Some of her Suicide Girls picks are pretty good. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to go look at those and see. Yeah, Andrew, here. Let me see if I can pull up. I can probably pull up a picture. Maybe. I don't know how to do that on here. Overpack drum. Let me see if this will let me put the wheel thing. I don't know if this actually works. Window capture. Oh, that's not good. Why is it not showing that? Let's see. Jimmy. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody. Won the contract with the off-road place. Good and bad. Lots. Bad. I need a bigger oven. Well, you could have worse problems, Jimmy. You could have no work. Congratulations, Tim. Sure. Let's see. I'm over with that topic for now. It's fine, Tim. All discussions are fine in here. Yeah, like White Pony's saying, they use them for all sorts of different things. It's like I said, it's most of the time if you have a damaged drum, they'll put it in there as like an extra safety measure. I was gonna try to pull one up on here, but apparently this is not working, which is a bummer because that's also how the wheel spinner pecker thing is shown. I wonder if I have to go this. Oh. Oh wait, so but if I pick this one I can't show it. Well, that's annoying. If I go to this and go to this, go to this. Oh yeah. There you go. That's an overpack. Andrew. They're just a giant plastic drum that you can drop another drum down into. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Oh, I guess I don't need this up here right now. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, and I want to thank everybody. Went over 2,500 subs. I think we're at 2,507 when I started this today. So thank you guys for that. Someone just starting out. How do you figure out the price of your work? Tim, there's a couple ways. You can call around to local powder coaters and see what their pricing is. And then if you're starting out, yours is going to have to be probably lower than most of theirs. But that'll at least give you kind of a base to work from. There's also, if you join the UKC Army page, I think it was Jimmy actually who posted a link to a spreadsheet that would allow you to check out his pricing. And I think there might be somebody else might have posted a link as well for somebody else's pricing. So that at least gives you kind of a breakdown. But the easiest way to do it is to call around to local places, just pretend you're looking to get some work done, and see what they have to say. It's held for Tom. Your message got held for review because it says penis in it, man. Penis. This is America. I'm pretty sure we can say penis. What's up with unicorn penis flake? Any work with that? No, I've been kind of up. I haven't done anything with it. I'll do something with it this week, hopefully. I came across here. Let me show you. Damn it! I don't know if I can find that picture now that I think about it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Should offer a 1 week intense powder coaching at the shop after COVID goes away. That doesn't sound I mean, I guess I could teach people how to powder coat to some degree, but I have a couple videos that we're gonna put out that is me showing somebody else how to powder coat, and hopefully that'll be helpful to some of the guys starting out. Wicked. Oh yeah, Tim, get quotes from your local competition. Okay, Andrew, did that picture help out at least? I know my explanation of what it was not great, but hopefully the picture made it work out. That risky over here. Okay, let me see if I can pull this picture up. Image 2. Let's see. Be well advised not to mention you are starting a shop. Yeah, don't tell them you're starting a shop even if they are cool. You for sure don't want to do that. People are weird about competition. You gotta remember, part of the reason I started this webpage is because nobody would provide any new powder coaters with any information. So this flake right here, hopefully that pops up on the screen. I put it above everything, so it should. This flake right here is what unicorn penis looks like over black. There's a ton of problems with just this though. So although it looks kind of cool, this is not going to work out for what I need it for. So I'm going to have to make it work in another way, which is why I haven't done anything more with it. Patrick, thank you, sir. Add you to the list here. Patrick B. Yeah, there's nothing to gain from telling somebody else that you're opening a shop, because if you're just looking for a quote, they're going to give you the price that they would give everybody else. If you tell them you're opening a shop, you don't know what kind of information you're getting, good or bad. I had a local guy pretend that he wasn't opening a shop, even though I kind of thought that he would. I kind of thought that he was, but once I figured out that he was BSing me and he was in fact trying to open a shop, I just started making up the prices and information that I would tell him. Every single thing, and it caused a bunch of grief for him, which is fine because it's not my problem. But had he just been cool about it and asked me, because he was like kind of a friend, he was an existing customer. He was trying to move his stuff in house. Basically, he was trying to move it was basically a production job that I did for him, and he was trying to move powder coating in house for it. He chose to BS me, and so I chose to BS him even better and made him waste a bunch of money on equipment he didn't need or that wasn't usable. He needed it. It's not that size. Yeah, Andrew, I think a lot of people are kind of hush about their prices in regards to competitors, which, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I can't imagine me not telling somebody the price of something. It means nothing because they could call 2 days later and not tell me they're opening a shop, and I'll just answer the same question and give them, probably the same answer. But it's not the case for everybody, obviously. It doesn't do me any good to BS the pricing for anything if you're opening a shop or not. Like, this is my prices. My prices aren't based off of anybody else at this point. I've been doing this long enough now. I just kind of do what I do. Let's see. Where do you get your speed shapes from? Tom, I don't. I had a bunch sent to me from a company, and I tried to order more of them, and they just quit replying to my emails. They sent me, I think, 15 of them. So I use bottles for pretty much everything. So I don't use speed shapes anymore. I don't have a recommendation. That's what I should say. Oh, Jimmy, you were pausing. That's, I see. You're catching up now. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, guys. We're just about to hit the giveaway. I need to put a bunch of names on here. Let's see. Oops. Just almost blocked one of you guys. It would have been on accident, though. Let's see. On your new powder, does it work the same as the other? What do you mean, Andrew? Oh, on Unicorn Penis. That's not a finalized name, by the way. No, this one you don't have to spray out of a can. You can just, this one actually does take a charge, so you can spray it out of a gun. One of the issues I've seen so far is it's a huge pain in the ass to get all the flakes out of the gun. So I'm trying to work around that aspect of it right now. Studio. Yeah, I think the problem with speed shapes is they're like dumb expensive. Like, they're way too expensive for what you're getting out of them, in my opinion. Can you not look up numbers on here? Analytics. I could have swore you could look up numbers. What kind of warranties do you give customers? 5 years, Caesar. If I'm doing everything, if it's my powder, my prep work, my everything, it's 5 years. Who's got extra jars from Uline since the minimum amount is 24? Is it really, White Pony? I thought you could buy them individually. I thought you just got a big price break at 24. I actually had, I live in Utah, and here the Mormon folks are all concerned of the apocalypse coming. And so we have a lot of places that do like food storage and stuff. And so there's a place local to me where I can actually buy those containers for $2.50. So I bought mine here local. But they're the same ones as Uline. They're even the same brand as the ones that Uline sells. Liquid powder, chrome wheels or bumpers. Do you just blast the shit out of them or insist on having them stripped? Chrome wheels, I'll blast if they're brand new. I won't deal with used chrome for anything. It's just not worth the risk. Bumpers, I always have stripped. Brand new bumpers. Got a couple truck bumpers that were on brand new trucks that I've made it work. But the problem with blasting chrome is that chromium, the part that you see on the outside, is an incredibly hard surface. So you don't etch it very well. You don't etch it very effectively anyway. So it's easier. I mean, I deal with enough chrome stuff that you can just get it stripped. It's way easier to do that and give yourself a nice bare aluminum finish to start with, or bare steel if it's a chrome bumper, obviously. Are your new guns universal? What are you asking, Too Rich? Are they universal? It says you got a Gemmy Optiflex 2. They're replicas of the Optiflex 2. Stuart, so you can grab 2 pounds is what you're gonna need essentially. If you're new and starting out, I would grab 3 pounds. But on a set of like 20s, I'll use 2 pounds of powder. I'll put 2 pounds of powder in a hopper, and I'll end up with at least a half a pound left over. You just don't want to get all the way down to. You don't want to get yourself all the way down to where you have like only a little tiny bit of powder, because it will get real sputtery as it comes out of the gun. Really inconsistent. Tim, thank you, sir. Let's see here. 5. Oh yeah, and if you guys haven't done it yet, that you haven't followed my Instagram, it's just at Unknown Coatings on Instagram. While you're over there, go to at HIGH TEMP MASKING as well and give those guys a follow. They've been supporting the channel for literally ever, and they're going to be part of the giveaway that we're just about to get started with here. Oh, yeah, I got to hit refresh because new people joined. Let's see. Minimum is 24. I tried 5 and it changed it to 24. Oh, that's weird, White Pony. I wish I would have known that. How much are they when you're buying them 24 at a time though? Doesn't the price go down to like $1 or something like that? I thought it was something like stupid cheap. Too rich for you? Yeah, I have probably 8 different hoses that I use. Man, I wish there was a way to copy this list of names. You know? I need to put all these in here in that wheel thing. So many. All right, guys. I'm gonna put in the member names right now. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know. If not, we'll do the giveaway things and call it an evening. Antonio, time for a dab. I don't dab. I mean, I don't. There's other ways to approach that. Oh, White Pony, just sell them to people in the group. That's what I would do. Especially if everybody has to buy 24 and nobody's going to want to buy 24. Just buy them, use the couple that you're using, and sell off the rest. Tim, yeah. The way that I got started was pretty simple. I was calling around looking for a powder coater for a project that I was working on, and everybody I talked to on the phone was a dick. And I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll just figure out how to do this on my own. And at the time, that was 2008. There wasn't a ton of information online. I got on a couple of forums. I think Caswell Plating's forum had like a powder coat section or something that I was reading on, and it was mostly just people arguing. It's pretty much like Facebook is now, but it was just on a forum instead. It was people arguing about the right and wrong way to do things, and a lot of the old guys that actually knew stuff weren't willing to give up any information. So I was like, well, I'll just say F it, and I'll figure out how to do this myself. So I got some cheap equipment initially, like I even down like a Harbor Freight gun, which was a complete waste of money, and then kind of moved forward from there. And when I first started powder coating, it was kind of just for me. It wasn't for anybody else. And over time, I got kind of suckered into doing a set of wheels for one person that wasn't a friend. And I think it was 3 months after that, I was powder coating full time. That was all I was doing. I'd quit my job, and that's all I was doing. So that's kind of a short version of how it all started, but it's the basic one. More or less, everybody was a dick, and I was like, I can do this by myself because I'm stubborn. So sometimes, no, not all the time. Wait, what does this say? Oh, he's talking about this? You guys are talking about this. Yeah, that you all thought was weed the whole time. I saw all the comments. It's really just chocolate. It's from a company. It's Cocoa Nugs. You guys look them up. They advertise on Facebook all the time, but they have all different types of chocolate that looks like weed. Andrew, so I'm going to work to pull all those files. I have access to the files, but it's incredibly slow going because the computer is in safe mode. And I don't know if you ever pulled files off a computer in safe mode, but it's about the most miserable thing on this planet. I have the computer set back up, and I have a hard drive attached to it, so I'm going to pull all that stuff off there. Yeah, off limits. That was the bag you were talking about. Andrew, that's a good suggestion. Throw the powder in them. White Pony, I guarantee you could find somebody else in the UKC Army page alone that's going to be down to buy some of them. They're not going to buy all of them, obviously, but
You can't highlight the name and then copy it.
no, look. When you put it over, that's what I'm saying. It sucks. So I got to type all these names. It's fine, though. It's fine. Andrew, I'm not even really sure what happened. Right now, the idea, the concept is that there's something going wrong with the motherboard because it'll be perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden it's like it doesn't work off anymore. I tried pulling just the hard drive out of that computer and putting it in like a docking station, just run it on one of the other computers, and the hard drive information is all there, but it was telling me that I didn't have access to it. When I plug it into that computer, I can get access to it just fine. So all my computer nerd friends were super helpful with it, but I also had no way of. So I wonder if I can copy and paste these names for next time before I make it unorganized. You know what I mean, babe?
Mm-hmm.
What was that name? Nick Michael. Nick, if you win and I might have spelled your name wrong. Sorry. Type initials. Yeah. JC's. Oh wait. Channel monetization. That's what I do for group members. I'm gonna copy this next time. Edward. Oh yeah, I can't pronounce your name. Edward H. It used to be a lot better with computers. Now I just ask my boss to fix my computer. I know. I feel like I used to know like not everything that I needed to, but like nearly everything I needed to. And man, now it's just like a huge pain in the ass. Tim, let's see. Shop these some next here. Most version purple for one of these guys on the 2020 Harley. Oh, nice. Yeah, you know what's a bummer is there was a guy in here. I think he worked for FedEx, if I can remember correctly, and he was asking similar questions to what you were asking, and then he wanted to. He was like afraid to just jump and take the plunge, but he had like a super supportive wife who thought that he should just do it. And I'm kind of bummed out because I don't think I see him in here anymore. I got up in time. Nice, Jimmy. It was good with Windows XP. Yeah, I feel you, Andrew. I feel you. Have I ever watched WWE? No. Wait, WWE like the wrestling? Is that what you're asking about, Impulse Monster? Or is WWE like a reference to something that I'm not catching? Husky, Garrett. Oh, thanks, Impulse. Guys, we're going to be just a couple minutes away from doing the giveaway. You don't have to be here for the giveaway. Figure if you were a member or you donated, that's good enough for me. I won't make you be here. Charles, Kira, man. Definitely need to figure out a better way of doing this. Skylar Hamilton. One more like. Yeah, we got 46 likes. There's only 39 viewers in here right now, so I'm pretty content with that. I mean, you can always hit like. You won't ever catch me complaining about it. Pro coats. I just realized I gotta sand down those Audi rim lips. And I really thought the bag was what it wasn't. Also, the thing is, dude, it's supposed to be like when you buy this, everybody thinks it's weed. Like it looks like weed. It's supposed to. There's videos of them like people being harassed by the police, and like, no, it's just chocolate. But it's very convincing if you look at it. If you pull it out of the bag, it's pretty straightforward. But in the bag, it's what?
Eat one.
Oh yeah, it tells the cop it's not weed. Just eat one. Stuart, I try to avoid center caps as much as possible. If anything, I just get a paint made, color match paint from a local, there's a local store here called National Coating Supply. I try to not diversify. Let's see. As I'm just starting out, should I toss my DV and get a hyper smoother to save from the guns you sell? Right. It's really a matter of how much you're gonna do and how much you want to grow. I mean, if you're in a position to get a better gun, of course that's great. But I mean, maybe you could get away with a hyper smooth 02 for a few years and save up and buy another gun on top of that. But I love my hyper smooth 02, but I also know that mine, seemingly is slightly different than a lot of the other ones in how well it works. I've had since this channel started, I've had probably 200 people message me asking like why their hyper smooth doesn't work that well, and I give advice as best I can. It's a little hard when I'm not there, obviously, but I give the best advice I can, and even then it doesn't seem to help people sometimes. So request. I can't tell if this is IW coatings or LW. So sorry, whoever that is. Total surface prep. Impulse monster was my height. I don't know. I'm like 5'8", I think. How often do I do calipers? Probably once a week or so. I'm pretty sure. How tall are you? How much taller are you than I?
5 inches.
I'm 5 inches taller than you? No. Am I? How tall are you?
5 inches taller than you.
You're not. You're for sure. Don't say that on here. These people are gonna get wild. You're 5 inches taller than me. Fuck out of here.
It's fine.
Selling my 3.0. Oh yeah, Greg, you selling a gun? The jumper cable actually will work for the ground. I mean, it's not ideal, but it'll work. Honestly, if you're just looking for a cable, you could just go buy yourself some ground cable for a welder. That's what most people do. Working full time, I don't want to get good enough. Save up and get one of yours. I'm sketched out about starting with the DV. Why the DV? I mean, the DV is good. There's a guy posted his stuff the other day on UKC Army page, and he does a lot of good work with the DV. What is my age? Impulse. I am 39. Yeah, Andrew, I'm short. My mom says I'm attractive. My mom tells me I'm cute. She told me I'm average height. The thing is, Ryan, like learning on anything is going to be helpful. So, I mean, it's not ideal, right? Like nobody wants to constantly change equipment and change guns, but you're going to learn as you go. Yeah, vertically challenged. Impulse Monster, you like my haircut? Yeah, I like my haircut too, man. Glenn, what's up? ZX Zeus, they're not ideal because a jumper cable, the way that it actually like clamps on is typically with a bunch of small points of contact. The cable itself is good, but the clamping is not nearly as good, obviously. Andrew, you're 6'4". Well, that's too tall, bro. I want to be able to like do all the things, bro. What if I ever need something off a shelf? I'm hitting you up. You guys should stand beside each other, prove that you were taller than her. Jesus Christ. I knew that was going to happen. Wicked. What is your mother's maiden name and your first pet's name? Yeah, kind of how I was feeling too about some of those questions. Glenn, it's all right, man. First time tuning in. I love your videos. Nice. Hey, you got the Smurfs on there? What a G. Oh, man, thanks. We'll definitely look into it, right, Jimmy? These questions, I know. Just for starting out, really like my Easy 350. Seems like a good starter gun. Okay, I'm almost done with these. Dale Williams. Fast 450. Fast 450 still in here? Wasn't he in here earlier? How much pizza, bro, you can take out in 10 minutes? It depends on the kind of pizza, bro. Yeah, Andrew, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you definitely pull the ends off. Just use the cable itself. I've actually seen somebody do that for a completely different purpose, but they needed cable like that. And it seemed like it worked out pretty well for them. I'm going monster clamp on my ground. Are you going to have to stand up?
Mm-mm.
Why?
I'm comfortable in my chair.
You don't want people to know that I tower over you?
I don't want to put you on blast.
You don't want to put me on blast? You don't want to embarrass me in front of these people, these fun supporters? From where am I? I'm in Utah currently. I'm from Seattle. I don't know if that helps. Not even really sure if that's what you're asking me. Oh, fast food you are in here. I saw your name earlier. I was just typing it in. With calipers, you have done. What printer do you use to make the prints? The plotter that I use is a US cutter. It's an MH871 MK2. But if you literally just type in US cutter plotter, it'll come right up. Have you tried Eastwood PCS 1000 gun? No, automotive. I haven't. I can point you to countless people who have tried it, and all of them think it's a piece of shit. So I would say avoid it like the plague. Sunjin Park. Who cares about height? That's a dumb question. Wait, Park. Did you drop off Audi wheels? Was that you, or was that somebody else? No tippy toes. I don't need to be on my tippy toes. I'm taller than her.
No.
Bunch of dicks. Andrew, install power inverter in the company vans. We use jumper cables cheaper than those stereo cables. Yeah, for sure. Alright, bro. Vertically challenged folks got your back. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it. It's the POS 1000. Spits powder everywhere. What is my favorite food? Steamed clams, Impulse. I'm glad that we're finally getting to the hard hitting questions about my favorite food. Yeah. Are you taking me out? You got some competition, babe. Impulse is gonna get me out.
You have them buy takeout, so you can bring it.
Oh, okay. Got you, Park. Yeah, I figured that was. I figured it out. Got a Redline Easy 50, and so far it's a great first timer. Yeah, I think there's a lot of those guns that are good options. Jeff Maurer. I feel like I'm spelling part of these names wrong. Ouch, we have swapped it out for another one that would be a good gun to get in the price range really spend. You're automotive, you're gonna be stuck somewhere in like the hyper smooth cool coat range right there. But I mean, great options for sure. How do I eat my steak? Medium rare, Andrew. Medium rare, buddy. The only way that you should eat steak. What is my favorite chips? I like the cracked pepper and sea salt ones from Lay's, but I don't eat chips, to be fair. Send him Amazon food. Glenn, it's a U.S. cutter. Here, I'll put it in the chat. U.S. cutter MH 871 MK2. It's cheap, like $300. Probably less than $300. Let's see. Amazon food. Impulse female? No. There's a 0% chance that Impulse is a female. 0%. Because she is hot for you. I know. It's gotta let my dick breathe. That's the deal. Venom versus Carnage. Which one will win? I don't even know what that means. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Let me add your 3 more names here. Jimmy O. Jimmy O. Jimmy O. What is Venom versus Carnage? What does that even mean? Greg, yeah, you can for sure. See, Andrew? Glad you got my back on that. Glad you got my back. Medium rare. Fine, I'll get in on this. What pant leg do you put on first? So it used to always be my left, and then after surgery, it became my right leg because it was actually easier to do it that way. I don't know. I don't know why. That's real life, but it's real life. What chemical stripper do you recommend that you don't need a commercial or business? Whatever one that somebody mentioned above. It's called like Remover 9000, I think. I don't know who posted that, but whoever was in here will probably re-suggest it again. Yeah, Green Mountain. Got to go on and let my dick breathe. We had somebody in here last live trying to cause drama, and then he went into somebody else's live and was still trying to cause drama. And that gentleman will not let my dick breathe. It was weird. 70-year-old man. I feel you, Wicked. Yeah, I'm here to answer all the hard-hitting questions. I feel like I'm on a TMZ thing. Somebody's trying to get deep in my life. Brandon Mize. Are you going to answer it for me?
No.
Impulse, you got any other fire questions? Chris, not... So, that's all on the same computer that I'm going to be pulling information off of. The problem is that those videos are all... I think there's 6 of those videos, and they're all huge files. They're like, I think, 30 to 35 minutes each. So, and they were like, they were edited by like an actual video editor, not just me on my phone, like all of my videos. White Pony 007. 007. I'm not complaining that there's too many members, but it does make it really hard to type all these in. I'm glad that I have the idea now of copy and pasting for next time. Andrew Gerber. What software do you use for cutting vinyl? Tom, it comes with, I don't actually remember what it's called. It comes with it comes with some sort of software. I actually use an extension plugged into Adobe Illustrator to cut that. Oh yeah, Fast 450, that's the one. Remove 9000 from Miles Chemical. To whoever was asking me looking for a stripper earlier. How much push-ups can you do? I don't know. I actually have no idea. Probably none right now. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Oh no, I can't. I can't put my wrist like that. So none. We're gonna say none. I'll help him. What's your shirt size? It depends on the shirt. Depends on the style. It really depends on the cut. And if it's a designer like high-end shirt, I get an extra medium. Mark, I think that was the question that I just answered, the powder coating gun comparison. No interns or coffee boys. You're great. You're great, bro, answering all the questions. I know, Impulse. Well, when you get these hard-hitting questions, you really got to get in here and get at it, you know? Green Mountain Media. Oh, I'm almost done. Green Mountain. I think I spelled that right. Spelled that right? I did. Steve Schilling. Let's see. Okay, that one made me laugh. Well, good. Let's see you stand up next to each other. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
Nah, you're much.
How much can I bench? Dude, I don't even know. I haven't lifted weights since at least high school. Show your big chest. Impulse, are you just trying to see my nips, bro? It used to be let my dick breathe, but it started to be let my nips breathe. Like, what's happening right now? Just woke the wife up from laughing in bed. Sorry, wife. It's the backstory on the 20-year-old gun sticker. There was a guy in... I'm not in any powder coating groups except the one that I run, just because I think most of them are shit, honestly. Or a majority of them, not all of them. Oh, no, I'm in another one, Powder Coating Professionals. But in one of the groups, somebody was trying to throw shade at me when I first started putting videos up, saying that I was using a 20-year-old gun. Um, Thankfully, I was able to go back and look at some of the work that he was putting out, and it looked like he was using a 40-year-old powder coating gun. So his work was shit. I put that on there just mostly to be a dick. I like to be a dick sometimes in that way. Do you do deodorant first or after you put a shirt on? It depends on the shirt. That's a real question. It depends on the shirt. Because if it's a tight shirt, that like I'm gonna like, or if it's black and I'm gonna have to like drape it over my arm, there's a chance. Especially once I was all disabled and I couldn't dress myself. Like there's definitely some factors. Jeremy Ross, just tuning in. First, who dat? This is Amy. I assume that that's who you're asking about, not me, because I'm always here. Second, what valve covers do you know that are magnesium? Just picked up some K24s and a 2JZ cover. Neither one of those are magnesium. It's pretty much only Evo covers. Mercedes and BMW are both notorious for using magnesium on their covers. Evo, everything before the 10 was magnesium. It'll say, there's a little logo, it says MG in the corner. This is getting out of control. What cologne does she prefer? I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't wear cologne, and I do people wear cologne like once they get out of high school? And I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm legitimately asking because I feel like that was a thing that people did in high school, and everybody wore way too much. And then after high school, nobody wore it. Greg Brockett and Wyatt K are the last two. Wyatt K. Greg Brockett. No standing on phone books. Okay. They also don't have phone books anymore, do they? How far do you hit with a 6-iron? I hit my 6-iron a little over 200 yards. 6-iron, like a 210, I'd be a 6-iron. You are honest, bro. Honesty is the best policy. Okay. Is this because I made the comment about my nipples? Use a 21 gold and making money. Seems legit to me. Yeah, Wicked, it was a weird approach. It was a very strange way of like trying to talk shit about me. It's like, well, the work that I'm putting out is clearly okay, or you wouldn't be watching the videos. That's not true. I watch videos of people who put out shitty work. But the conversation that was going on was about the work that I was putting out, and then all of a sudden he was trying to talk crap about the gun. I'm like, well, that's a weird approach. Obviously the gun's just fine. Only wear cologne when I go somewhere fancy and the wife, and it's always Gucci. Like your Gucci slides? Damn. Your wife is laughing. Great. I'm not married. My wife. What's up, girl?
Hey.
Trying to go out sometime?